Hello everyone, welcome to my commentary guide for Brelshaza Gate 1 and 3. So we will go with the raid bonus that you can get. Most of the classes you want run to get more speed, which simulate the yearning buff from a support. And if you need Stagger, you can choose Stagger. If you play a support, you will take true supporter, because once you brand the boss, you will get even more damage. Not so silent assassin is not the best, even for entropy class. Probably better to get run just to get behind the boss. And then side the reel is pretty much pointless to get. So for this run I will take run for gate 1 and 2 and stagger for gate 3. So let's begin. When you do the normal Brel, you will have a dog to fight with a tower, and each quadrant has their own mini quest to do, which is either a stagger, counter, just guide the ball. So on the solo mode we don't have that, so it's much easier. So here I'm playing DPS Paladin for a couple of the raids, and then I will use a Scrapper for the higher level raid, because this Paladin is only 1540. At 90 bar we will have our first mech, and depending on your party number, if you're in group play, it will result in ×3 for your safe spot. So since I'm player 1, I would have to go at 3 o'clock, and then I just go in the square, and that's it, and wait. Each time you go into a square, it pops out new squares in the minimap for other players, so you have to go as fast as you can, and then yeah, just wait until the boss do his wipe attack. And then the next mechanic's gonna be at 42 bar, so it's pretty much learn the boss attack pattern right there. This attack you wanna stay inside, otherwise you get knocked. This one you need to run because there will be a couple arrows raining down. I'd say this boss, if you're a hitmaster, the sides are a little bit safer to stand, because the boss will attack on both the front and the back. So now we're about to get into the mechanic. So you want to have all the counter available. And once he jumps, he's gonna go in the middle. You wanna use the side reel as Zena here to wipe out all the mobs on the outside. Oh, I missed. So in normal mode, you have to do it 3 times by yourself. In the party play, you have to do 6 back-to-back counter. And usually people take turn to do the counters. And that's pretty much it. This boss doesn't have many patterns. I miss slightly face taking his attack, because in solo mode it's fairly easy, but I need to pay attention to some of the normal attacks. So this is gate 1 done. We're gonna go on gate 2. Add many mechs as well. Fairly straightforward, but it's more about the attack pattern of the boss. So if you are in a group play, you want some people going on the top left side, because if you clear that path, it reduces the middle mini boss defense by a lot. So it doesn't take forever to kill it. So mechanic wise for the next boss, there's 3 major mechs and some mini mechanic. So the first major mech, if you are in group play, people go by ×3 for party 1, ×2 + 1 for party 2. There's a location for the mech, and then there will be a little meteor dropping. You have to step on it, and then you will have a typing test, and then you will stagger the boss. So each person has their own little meteor, and then it's pretty straightforward. So let's jump right in.
How dare you do this?
Some things to note with this boss is that when she glows red or pink, both are like the same kind of, or blue, there's gonna be like opposites, where red/pink is in first and out after,
Foolish to believe you
and then
can
blue
wake
is
from
out
this
first and then
nightmare.
in. So this is out. If you get hit a bunch, she's gonna do a second slap sometimes. Pink is always in. She has a couple follow-up attacks where if you get hit once, she's gonna follow with it. This is a counter. Staying outside like I did, so you don't get pushed back by the clones, and then spacebar counter is probably the safest way to do it. Now we're approaching the Stagger mech. We take a meteor. That's it. And Stagger. If you don't have that great of a Stagger on your class, you can always take the Stagger buffs as well if you're doing a solo mode. Or normal and hard mode with party play. It's not too bad. And whenever she spin her sight like that, you wanna get out and then get in after the first explosion. Otherwise you will get juggled. Whenever she teleport behind somebody like that, she's about to do a counter pattern. So you just dodge, she's gonna teleport, look at you, and then counter. And then at 100 bars, the next mechanic, it's mainly just Stagger. There's gonna be an eyeball with a cat's eye or a round eye. So this one is round eye. I wanna look at it while doing a Stagger, and I wanna move along the ball around the boss and keep looking at the eye while doing my Stagger. And that's it. And this is the mini mech. I have the spear. I check the mini map. It's bottom left. I find my way to the circle. If you play in a group play, it's 1 person at random for normal, 3 for hard mode. And if all the spear doesn't get to the spot, you get the charmed. That's another counter pattern. Like I said, go outside a little bit so you don't get pushed back, and then spacebar and do your counter, and you should be fine. This is pink, so inside. This, if she's below 100 bar, she's gonna do a full triangle. So just be careful not to get caught because it hurt. And this is pink again inside. This is out because it's blue. This is another counter pattern where you dodge all the sides, get in the front on the side of her, and counter. And then for the 42 bar or 44, that's Mech.
Shower me.
She's gonna glow one color. This is the star you don't want to break if you're doing star in multiplay. And then this one I have to break square. So you break 2 and that's it. If you're square, you wanna go next to the middle inside the circle, and if you're star, you wanna get on the very edge. Otherwise you die. And that's it. As a second mini mechanic, so she has star, we want to bring star to her. And then if you're in multiplay, you want to bring the other shape away. You can also tank it. Back to the counter pattern. Get in front of her if you want to do the counter. If you are like usually support can go for that, and then DPS can just go in the back and fully DPS. That's a really good window. Pink, get in, and then that's it. 1 bar. People go ×3 and ×3 plus 1 for party 2. You grab your color spear, and all you have to do is step in the same color area. And for normal mode, you want 6 spears, and hard mode, 8.
Endless nightmare. Liberate me.
And solo mode, you only need 4. And that's it.
Now, rest well. My queen.
This boss, it is pretty good to get the stagger bonus. He does not really turn too often, even for entropy classes. So it's just easier to get the stagger damage bonus. And yeah, that's it. Basically the boss has 3 color, yellow, red and blue. He has 1 pattern whenever he changes color. So red, the boss is gonna do a plus shape attack, where you wanna stand where the tips, like his pointy tips are. Hopefully I can show it. Yellow, you just wanna stay next to him and dodge.
Nightmare?
So this is yellow.
What are they trying to do with that?
So yellow first mech, the white mechanic, basically it's kind of different for solo play where you have to do everything by yourself. And then hard mode, normal or multiplay, it's pretty different where each person do 1 job. So in about 2 bar, gonna proc. Trying not to waste some skills to my Stagger. So our ball's gonna appear here. 1 person break the ball. Once it breaks, they go on the side to block. 1 person catch. and 2% go on the Stagger if you are in party play. And if you are the one catching, you have to go outside of the circle, otherwise 3 people will knock everybody out. This is blue pattern, so you want to be on the edge, parallel to his sides. You want to be really careful and dodge the attacks, especially on hard mode. Normal mode is pretty free, but hard mode you get a debuff, or you take more damage for each purple attack you take. So he's gonna change one more color for this. Whenever you have the target, you wanna spread it on the edge of the map. Prevent the burning from giving the boss stacks. Whenever the boss has max up, so this is the tip. Just wanna stand there and then swap or follow it. Up to you. The blue scans, you wanna follow it. So it should be. Oh, I am not paying attention. Hopefully I don't die here. So this is what happened if you fail. You just follow the 3 scans. People free you if you get caught. So red mechanic, this is pretty free one, but requires 6 people alive. One person will have to go to the front of the boss and then get this buff. Everybody else will stagger the boss. And then for solo mode, it's a bit different, where you get in and then stagger. You get these little orbs and then you bring it back. In group play, you do the stagger, bring the orb, and everybody that's in the area are stunned until the mech is finished. So I have to do this a couple times on solo mode. This boss is also a lot of regular patterns to learn, otherwise you will get yeeted out the map. And if you get yeeted out for too much times, you get debuffs, and at 8 stack I think, you just simply die. So it's really good to learn those regular patterns. And the next mechanic at 95 bars is gonna be the group stagger. This one you don't attack, otherwise if you attack, the boss is gonna send a shockwave and will push back everybody to the outside of the arena. These yellow line will pop some brands. These balls, if you take 2 in the group play, you die. But I think in solo mode you're fine to get them. So same scan, you go this side. Usually you can ping where to go. For the people that are on the opposite, that didn't see where the scans are. Then stagger. Usually people use weight on the stagger mech.
Take this, don't you?
If you take the stagger damage bonus, you're gonna do gonna be fine without weight. And then here's your damage window. Oops. You can heavily push the boss during this. And color change. It's yellow. Yellow, you stay close to the boss, especially for hard mode. And then you dodge these little balls. The boss is fully DR while you do this. During this mech, you want a spacebar over the wall, otherwise you get feared. You hard CC, so you can't do anything, and it also gives the boss 1 stack of advance. And then if you get like 8 or 10, that's a wipe. This attack, it's much better to just dodge Because on hard mode you can die really quick here. Red, you follow the tips. Now we get the red wipe mech again. The only one we didn't see is blue, but blue is fairly straightforward. Blue, there will be a cube that appear on all 4 spots in the minimap where there's a color coding. So, oops, I was not paying attention at all. Well, we'll try to see if we can see it. So basically, there's gonna be a cube on the 4 quadrants, and you and your partner are going to the cube
Is that the source of this
and
hideous
stagger
nightmare?
together the cube. And then you will have a typing test. So here's the blue cube, so we're gonna see it. So 170, it's gonna be 4 cubes appearing. Solo mode, it's only 2. And then you wait for the stagger bar to pop, and then boom, that's it. On hard mode, you need to stay inside the circle. On normal mode, you don't care. And then you get a typing test. And that's it. Dodge, the boss is gonna look towards somebody, and both sides doing a one-shot laser. Dodge it at all costs. So this, when you push it, it's gonna do this wave, and it knocks out everybody that gets hit. Doesn't have a super armor. Yellow, we stay close and dodge the balls. And also dodge the wall. The wall, when it spawns, it's not gonna CC you straight. This is the same thing. Purple, you want to try to dodge it, otherwise you get juggled. You can die very fast in there. I'm a little bit over level, so it doesn't do much. This is red, send on the tips, then follow the second attack. And we're gonna go back on the red mech that I accidentally died, but it's okay because I want to show you the blue white mech. It's much. This mech is much different than the Drew play. Usually, when you go in a circle, you're pretty much done. Alright. And that's it. Go left side completely for the swipes. And then careful for the laser. The laser doesn't kill one shot. If you're slightly over level, it won't kill you. But if you're on eye level, there's high chance you die. So get a support to shield you, or you only get imprisoned, so people can hit you to free you. So if people are fast enough to free you, you're fine. this attack, the red lasers and bullets, probably the hardest thing you will have to learn. Especially if you can't push the boss fast enough. It will hurt and knock you outside the arena. So back to the Stagger Mech. So during the Stagger Mech, the boss has some slight variation of the current attack. So you will have to pay attention to this. I was hoping for him to do one of the attack patterns before pushing it. I guess we're not gonna see it. Nope. Blue, you want to be parallel to the boss on the edge, and then that's it. This one, just grab an orb. It's gonna prevent you for the first swipe and then dodge. If people get caught, you can free them by auto-attacking or doing a multi-hit skill. Red. If you know what to do, this phase can be a decent DPS window, but be careful. Like this, I would be probably dead on a hard mode if I'm not too far off eye level. That's pretty much it. There's 3 colored white mech, and then we're gonna get a second Stagger mech at about 15 bars. And that's it. This boss is not necessarily about the mech, but the pattern themselves. There's a lot of stuff going on. The mech are a bit more team-based on this boss. So one person can screw up the entire team. You get another swipe, so over there on the right, and then back to the left. And yellow, we get to stay close to the boss. He's fully DR every time he swaps color, so just if you need to build gauge, you can. I don't have enough burst, but you can technically skip the last mech. If you use an inhibi and you have like some decent burst classes. This is the pattern I wanted to show you, where you really need to pay attention to the area that the boss creates. It is what mostly gets people. This one you don't attack, otherwise you rock the donut we saw early on. And that's it. I will do a separate video for Gate 4 on next reset, because it's only one gate for every 2 weeks, and tomorrow is when it resets for gate 4. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for all the other video I'm doing